Hello and welcome everyone to the stream. It's Monday, second week of AI summer camp. AI Johnny. This is gonna be a super awesome week. It's anime studio creating movies with TTV. Excited?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Dan, thanks for joining as well.
My pleasure.
Everybody who's actually on the stream, we're gonna be starting in about 30 seconds. So he's gonna count down. We still have spots available, so just let us know. www.airheadinstitute.ai. All right, here we go.
Welcome to Season 13 and 14 of Airhead Institute. This is our 2-hour summer camp kicking off every day at noon Eastern. Right now, we are broadcasting the kickoff live across all the socials and Zoom, but at 12:45 p.m., we pivot. That's when we transition into an exclusive private lesson where our campers get hands-on experience actually building and creating with these AI tools. Plus, they'll be proving their new skills and earning official certifications by completing our certification exams. Here is what we are building over our epic 9-week summer lineup. Week 1, AI images for Roblox and Minecraft. Week 2, AI movies in Anime Studio. Week 3, AI music for TikTok sounds and Spotify hits. Week 4, AI games for classic arcade games. Week 5, AI ethics, hackers, deepfakes, and scams. Week 6, AI images for Disney and Marvel. Week 7, AI movies, Hollywood in your pocket. Week 8, AI music for hip-hop beats and gaming soundtracks. Week 9, AI games for phone and app store games. We're making AI practical, powerful, and fun for everyone. No tech background, no problem. Whether you're a kid ready to build awesome projects or an adult looking to audit a class and learn, just show up. Spots are still open. It's just $100 per week, or you can unlock the whole summer for $500. Secure your spot right now at www.airheadinstitute.ai. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. Let's stop scrolling and start creating. Welcome to camp.
Hey, welcome to Season 13 of Airhead Institute. Today is episode 1 of week 2, and I'm AI Johnny. A massive welcome to our brand new campers jumping into the Matrix today, and a huge shout out to our returning squad who completely crushed the Roblox and Minecraft art challenges last week. So what is next? Well, static pixels are obsolete. If your ideas aren't in motion, you're already invisible. Today we crossed the threshold from flat canvas to cinematic reality. We're weaponizing text-to-video technology to build breathtaking, battling anime universes. This isn't theory. It's a takeover of motion design using Google Flow. Master the exact workflows, rewriting digital filmmaking before the industry itself catches on. Running the Matrix is AI Junior. I caught him at 3 a.m. frantically trying to animate himself out of a gym membership. He failed, of course, but fueled by 5 espressos and sheer genius, he's ready to rock and roll. So take it away, AI Junior.
Yo, first of all, AI Johnny, that tofu animation was the experimental art piece. Okay, all right. Anyway, so the model is just not ready for my absolute speed. Anyway, welcome back to camp, everyone. Look at this immersive. This is an immersive camp. You might not understand everything that you actually you hear here today, but stick with us daily. You'll be fluent in AI in no time. So welcome back to camp, I guess I'm saying. If you watch the actual streams right now, you're getting our first 45 minutes completely free. To register our official campers, go ahead and go to www.airheadinstitute.ai and to actually register and be able to jump in our private Zoom chat. I see actually Siam, I see a whole bunch of people. I see Shauna, I see Diane, I see a bunch of people actually spamming the actual chat right now, AI John, is actually pretty cool. All right, so now we're actually starting a brand new week cycle. So let's establish our trajectory. So last week we mastered TTI, that's text to image, and we're actually turning from written thoughts into blocks of skins. This week we're actually pivoting to TTV, which stands for text to video. So by the time we hit graduation on Friday, you're going to be able to create an epic, customized anime sequence starring yourself. But today we start at the absolute foundation, how to turn a single frozen frame into fluid, breathing cinematic motion using Google's brand new tool called Flow. All right, AI Johnny, are you ready?
I am ready. What's this thing about the VO model?
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll definitely get into that. But the VO model itself is the actual underlying model that does the conversion of your text into images. It actually is a multimodal model. Hey Adrian, thanks for joining. So we actually have multimodal. So that what that means is that it could take in images, it could take in video, it could take in sounds, a whole bunch of cool stuff. And VO is actually on version 3.1 right now. So Google's actually killing it with their video model. All right, AI Johnny. So ready to jump in action?
I am ready to jump into action, brother. Bring it on.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start brand new, right? So if you guys are actually coming in from the previous week, so a lot of this is gonna look familiar, but again, we're starting over every single week for people who actually are not able to actually join because of schooling or whatever the reason is. So if you actually missed last week, you can actually go back to the archives and actually see last week's camp. All right, so AI Johnny, so what we're doing is we actually have Flow here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a first generate an image for our base. So we're gonna start with a little nana banana image here, and I am going to drop that image. And again, if you guys actually don't, miss last week, we're just gonna start with a base image, and that base image itself. AI Johnny, how many images do you want to start with? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many you want?
Are we dropping in our Roblox images from last week, or are we doing something new?
No. We're an anime week this week. The Roblox crew is actually from the old people. The old
What
people
I'm
stuff.
saying is, brother, is last week we made images. We
Yep,
made them specific for Roblox and Minecraft. This week we're going to be taking text. Oh, we're not even going to be using images. Well, I guess we're using them to ground, right?
correct. It's all anime this week. So all the actual anime you love. So if you actually love Japanese anime, every single thing anime related here. So if you guys are actually
Got it.
into
Got it.
to
I keep
manga,
thinking of I keep confusing anime with just the broad topic of animation. I
no,
get it. So we're going to be animating anime.
There you go. I love it. All right, love it. Yeah, Johnny. So let's check this out, guys. So we actually have two striking detail anime drawing, crisp line art standing in a dynamic ready scene. So yeah, Johnny, which one of them do you prefer, top or bottom?
Well, of course, the dark one on the bottom.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and again, we did many of these things in the images class last week, and again, that was week 1. If you did miss week 1, you can go back to the archives and watch week 1, or you can actually sign up for week 6. So week 6, I think that's July. Don't quote me on the date. I think like July 6th or something like that. You can actually sign up for another version of the images. So if you're actually really interested in the images, you can actually register for week 6 to actually get a camp on that. All right, yeah, Johnny. So I actually have this image. You've picked this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna now take that this image, and what we're gonna do is we're going to turn this image into nice video. So we're gonna take this warrior. I'm gonna add it to prompt. And then we're going to take this. I'm going to say this warrior dramatically draws out their glowing katana as a pink cherry blossom swirl around them in the wind. So we're going to do that. So we're going to take that. I'm going to say I want it to be a video. And we're going to say ingredients. We're going to keep it the same. We're going to just go do 2 for now in 8 seconds. All right. So yeah, Johnny. So what we actually have now is we have just like before, we have inference, which is an AI term. So we have inference going on. Hey, Adrian, thanks for joining. So we have inference going on, and because we have inference going on, it's actually now processing and actually trying to figure out what is the actual animation starting from our base, right? So we started with this one. AI Johnny liked this one. And we're going to take that and we're going to say, hey, we want you to take this warrior. And he dramatically draws their katana sword as a pink cherry blossom swirls around them in the wind. So it's going to be really, really, really epic. So yeah, John, this usually takes about 30 seconds or so, maybe about a minute, depending on how busy the servers are. So it's coming back right now. Are you excited?
Yeah, let's take a minute. You introduced the term inference. I know a lot of people know what that is. You want to explain that?
Definitely. So inference is when the actual AI, after it's done its training data, it has actually, a solidified based on what it's learned. Now, inference just means with this input, now go ahead and calculate what the output would be, because AI is just a next token prediction model. It's going to just go ahead and say, hey, what is the next thing? Now, we don't necessarily deal with text here in video, but it's just predicting the next, what it should happen next. And that's a whole bunch of like math problems. So yes, yeah, Johnny, so that's the inference portion of it. So ready to actually see one of these videos?
I'm ready to see movies.
All right, so let's see. That is so cool. That's one. Let's see the other one. Isn't that cool, AI, Johnny?
Unbelievable. The diffusion process made it so clean. So what you're saying is instead of letting AI guess what the anime would look like, we use Nano Banana 2 to unlock in our asset style first.
Correct. Yeah. So what we did was in the previous step, we actually generated a image to actually ground our video model. So what we did was we generated this image in Veo to generate it and to generate that starter image. And then once we actually had that starter image, we then gave that image to Veo. And then we said with a prompt, we said, hey, I wanted to draw the sword, have it have, what was it?
Cherry blossoms,
Yep,
a major W.
exactly.
So it's like getting legendary skin on the first pull. The keyframes match the starter image perfectly.
Exactly. So this is the power of Veo's architecture. So now Veo is the actual text to video model. Let me actually just play this without actually sound AI, Johnny. So actually, yeah, so we actually have this actually going. So that's the power of the Veo architecture. So running under the hood, it calculates the motion directly from your ingredient image. So what we did was we passed in what's known as an ingredient image. But since we are live, let's actually run a prompt iteration to show the campers how real the changes are for the data output. So AI Johnny, let's pull the actual live stream and actually get some actual feedback. What elements should we actually add to the ninja's sword strike? So let's actually get some feedback because we want to make sure that we're doing all this live. So we actually
campers. So this is the time where. So here's what we've done. We've made a movie. We've made a movie basically with a sentence. We pulled in an image of an anime. We gave it a sentence. It turned it into video. But that doesn't mean that we're the only ones that can do this. We all speak English. Any one of us can come up with our best ideas. What do we want to fire? Do we want lightning? Do we want ice? So let's get the Zoom chat moving with ideas so that we can put them into the prompt and show you what your ideas will do. And then later, you'll be able to just go into Google. There's a link on the chat. Go in and try this stuff yourself. But make no mistake about it. You may not think you are, but you're Steven Spielberg sitting in your chair. We're giving you a tool that allows you to bypass the location scouting, the buying of the cameras, the hiring of the actors, all that stuff. You can make movies simply by dreaming up what you want and putting it in the prompt. And so this is your opportunity to just throw it into the chat prompt, or if you're joining us on live stream, just type what you want into our chat and we'll make it happen on the screen right here, right now. And you'll understand the power of movie making with AI. It is not it's not a marathon. It's a chip shot. So let's hear some ideas.
all right, stream. While you guys are actually thinking about what to actually put in, remember we actually have space available. So go to www.airheadinstitute.ai to be able to register. All right, AI Johnny, what's actually coming in from the streams?
Okay, let's see here. We have Anime King. Make the sword burst with blue lightning. Can you do that?
All right, so let's do that. So what we're going to do is we are going to now take this image and we're going to animate it. And we're going to say, make the sword, he said blue lightning, right? All right, so make this.
Burst with blue lightning.
All right. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we are going to say, give me, let's just do one. Let's not do two. All right. We're going to actually send that over. So instead of actually, I guess, the camper didn't actually like the pink cherry blossoms, which I understand. So now if we don't want to have pink cherry blossoms, you say, for example, you want to have lightning or you want to actually have different types of, effects by we just using your words, you can actually change exactly the things that are actually in it, starting with an image. So remember, guys, we started with an image and then we just put a little bit of words called a prompt on top, and that prompt brought our ideas to life. Now, if you were actually here for the last week, you realize you could bring your own, drawings. So if you like to sketch anime, if you actually like, depend on what kind of anime you like. And again, if you guys are in a live stream, go ahead and drop in the chat what your favorite anime is. We'd love to actually hear those, and we'll call them out on the show. All right, AI Johnny. So, ready to see this one?
I'm ready to see greased blue lightning.
All right, so let's check this out. Wait, let me put the audio on. Let's hear the audio. There you go. So we have cherry blossoms on the right, and we have blue lightning on the left. So it was that simple, AI Johnny, to actually just be able to add those things. Let's actually do another one. We're going to keep our original Nana Banana 2 character ingredient locked in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, instead of having blue lightning only, I'm going to say have the blade erupt with a surging arcs of crackling blue lightning. Okay, I'm going to change it a little bit more. So let's regenerate this one. And AI Johnny, throw in something else. You want to do kangaroos?
I just throw out kangaroos, robots. I'm trying to think of something that you could not have prepared in advance, so the people that are watching realize that we're kind of like Harry Mack. We're asking for ideas on the fly, and we're instantly rolling them out. This is called freestyle movie making.
I love it. You know what? Let's do this. Let's have him fighting some mechs. Cause we gotta keep the anime style. So let's fight some mechs. Let him fight some demons. Fight some demons. All right. So we're doing that. All right. So we actually have let's see. We have this is going in. It's actually running inference and AI Johnny. So what do you think so far about the actual generating this anime character? And you just so amazing. The detail and the quality is just so amazing. I just still can't get over it.
I think I'm probably going to end up doing my own anime, although it's probably later on in the show we're going to be talking about ways that everybody can do their own anime. But I don't even like anime, but I'm going to make one because it's so easy.
Yeah, Johnny, anime is awesome. All right, so let's actually see what came back. And let's go ahead and let's make it full screen. Let's go play it.
You shouldn't have come here. We'll tear
Look
you
at that
apart.
demon. Look at that demon. Look at that demon. Oh man. It even added audio.
You shouldn't have come here. We'll tear you apart.
Anybody
Not
drawing
today.
anime anymore?
Not so
or are they
fast.
still drawing and trying to keep up with a rabbit that's clearly faster than them?
AI Johnny, definitely lots of people are still drawing anime. It's actually one of the most common ways of actually media being sold and exported out of Japan. There's also a lot of Korean anime is actually quite popular as well. All right, AI Johnny, all of this, what do you think?
My mind is exploding with ideas. I can't even imagine which one of those many ideas leads to the word of the day. Maybe we should jump in on that.
Yeah. So usually you do have some amazing thoughts on, but let's jump into word of the day.
I do have some thoughts about the lightning. It perfectly lights up across his armor. So campers, what you just saw that we made in seconds. After the show, you're going to build your own version in what we call the Tally Lab, but with your ideas, not ours. So stay locked in during the lesson so you know exactly how to crush video after the show. So again, this is the AI summer camp. This isn't just a monologue that we come in and show you all the cool stuff. This is an opportunity for you to take what we're showing you and do it yourself so that you can now show it to other people or create your own animes or your own images, and then down the road, of course, your own music and your own games and so forth. So with that said, why don't we move on to the word of the day?
You're absolutely right, AI Johnny. And guys, if what you heard AI Johnny mention is, you're actually going to be creating all of this in the private actual lab. So go ahead and register. And, if you actually need help, you can ask your mom or your dad to actually help you register. And then you'll be able to learn all of this on your own, and you have something cool to show. And we do certifications as well. All right, AI Johnny.
All right, it's that time of day. Let's drop the official word of the day, which is image to video, otherwise known as T2V. The definition is using a static, high-quality image set as a baseline, which is a visual ingredient for the video generation, instead of relying purely on text descriptions. So think of it like choosing your character skin on the main menu before you hit start on a match. Instead of letting the game spawn a completely random avatar, you lock in your visual style first with Nano Banana 2, and then you make it move.
Exactly. You're spot on, AI Johnny. So if you don't use an image to video, the AI spends way too much energy trying to guess what your character looks like, which causes them to morph and mutate between frames. But you actually upload a clean ingredient, the image first, right? You lock down the actual baseline in pixels, so you're actually grounding. So if you're on the class last week, we're actually grounding an image. But when you actually upload, say for example, your image, it stays with that specific image. So if you see on the left on the picture, the video that we're showing here, we have a Nana Banana, shout out to Nana Banana, robot here, and then it actually is using that image to stay consistent throughout the video on the right. So that's what's really happening here. So this allows the VO model inside Flow to focus 100% of its brain power on calculated the fluid physics and realistic movement paths. So this is the ultimate secret weapon for clean animation. So always start with a really, really good, high quality image first.
Hey, before we get on to the hands-on lesson, let me share a little story that I was given from a friend of mine, Andy Kaufman. One time I was asking him about a show that I was putting together. It was actually a light show outside my house. And Andy Kaufman told me that he once did he had like a meeting, like a board meeting at the office. And there were like 25 people in the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, he asked people to rate the meeting on a scale of 1 to 10. And after he compiled all the results, what he found was that the people that were actually talking and participating in the meeting scored really high. They were like, this was a great meeting. And the people that just sat idly by gave it a low score. So his advice to me was, anytime you're going to gather a group of people together, try to get them involved, try to get them doing their own things. And so when I look at this idea of, yeah, you could just give it this text and it'll produce it, and people go, oh, that's nice. Or you could take your own image that you create, your own grounding anime or a picture of you or a picture of your kids or something like that, and use that to make videos. My hallucination is that you'll have a lot happier campers from the people that actually upload their own images and create videos than people that watch us upload images and create videos. That's just my 2 cents. You want to get on to the hands-on lesson?
Definitely. All right, campers. So now let's actually pull back the curtain to show you exactly how to execute this process step by step, that you're going to be able to do the same exact thing in the Tally Lab challenge right after the actual broadcast at 12:45. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start completely from scratch here, Johnny. I'm not going to do anything with any of these images. Let me actually turn the audio off. All right. So now that we actually have that, so what we're going to do is we're going to start again from scratch. So yeah, Johnny, we're going to start with a brand new ingredient that we actually use. So the first one we used was a ingredient, which was the ninja. So what we're going to do is we're going to generate a anime style close-up shot of a sci-fi hero with glowing neon blue hair, intense eyes. All right. So we're going to generate that. So I'm going to select Nana Banana. And then how many images do you want? Yeah, Johnny, you want one or two?
Let's do two for now, because
All
that way it'll take less time to generate. So to be clear, you're inside of the tool that we use is not necessarily relevant because there's multiple tools that do some of the same stuff that we're doing here. But you're inside Google Flow, right? There's a link in there, and Google Flow, as I understand it, allows you to make both images and videos. So you're in the same exact software asking it to make you an image, and then you're going to take that image and bring it over to the video part and ask it to make you a video. Do I have that right?
You're absolutely correct, yeah, Johnny. And we're going to teach you guys all of that in the actual private telelab. So you guys don't have to worry about what link to go to, what to actually do, where's the tool. We actually handle all of that for you in your private session. All right, yeah, Johnny, we actually have two anime characters here. We actually have one on the left. So we have that character. And if you see here, we have another character. Which one you want to use to start off our video?
They're both pretty awesome.
They're both
If I had hired you and paid you $500 to give me an anime character, and you came back 3 days later with either one of these two, I'd be like, man, this guy's the best. The fact that you came back with it 3 seconds later, pretty cool.
Yep, pretty cool.
I guess I like this one. This one's great.
Exactly. Do you want to modify anything you want on there?
Cheekbones are high. The eyes look perfect. This girl has got all the perfect facial features that I have. I can't think of a single thing to change.
All right. So you want to go with I just make sure you want to go to 1 or you want to go with 2. It's like an eye exam. You want to go with,
Now that I see 2, I like her better.
all right. Yeah, Johnny. So let's go with 2. So what we're gonna do is we have our Nana Banana image now locked in. So this is what we're gonna be using to ground or TTV video model. All right. So now that we actually have that, we're going to now say a vibrant blue energy aurora flares up around her body, causing dust particles to float upward. Intense camera focus. All right. So let's actually do that. So we're gonna add animate. We're going to hit that, and we are going to keep it ingredients for now, and let's generate 2 of them. All right, so while I'm doing that, notice I didn't say hero powers up, right? I'm explicitly describing the type of movement and their environment particles so that the animation engine understands how to structure the frame. So AI Johnny, does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm looking at the prompt that you're giving it, which is how to take the static image and manifest it. A vibrant blue energy aura flares up around their body, causing dust particles to float upward. Intensive camera focus. Now, I've known you for a while. It doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, Johnny, I have no idea what I sound like sometimes. I can surprise myself. All right, check this out, yeah, Johnny. So we actually have this. Look at this. Now that is pretty cool. Let's actually look at the other one.
That is definitely awesome, guys.
Yes, thank you, Shauna. Thank you. All right, let's check this one out. The sound effects that they add in there automatically for us without even have to think about it is actually really, 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 really awesome. So AI Johnny, this is blowing my mind.
So, oh boy. So, all right, let me just take a sidebar. So, if I were to make a anime movie like this and actually had a plot and a story and made it, 3 minutes long, it looks good. It looks as good, if not better, than any anime I've ever seen on TV. So if I did this and I started to enter into the anime world, like now I'm an anime creator, I imagine I would be neck and neck with the other anime creators, right? But if somebody came by and did a kind gesture, opened a door for my dad, and I knew who they were. And instead of just saying thank you and walking away, if I emailed them an anime of this person saying thank you for opening the door for my father today, that would separate me from all the other people that they've opened doors for. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Anime, they spend so much time on anime that in order to justify the time commitment, you have to push it off on TV with commercial sponsors just to pay for all the work that you did. But if there's no work involved, you could text back with an anime response.
You always can. A lot of these emojis and memoji responses now are anime themed. So you'd actually have the characters actually responding in text and those type of things. So if you actually even want to create your own memoji response or emoji response, definitely this is the place to actually learn how to do it, campers. So AI Johnny.
Quick question.
Yep, go ahead.
A quick question. So why did you make the Nano Banana 2 image as a close-up shot right from the start?
AI Johnny, you read my mind with that question. So AI video engines itself weigh the visual layout of your starting ingredient heavily, right? So if your base image itself is a clear, powerful framing layout, your resulting video will retain a high, what's known as temporal consistency, right? So if you actually look at the output of this, all of them practically started exactly the same way. So we generated this image, and because we generated this image, the AI itself said, hey, I don't need to waste time to generate what the rest of her arms look like, what her legs look like, what kind of shoes she's wearing. It doesn't care about that. We actually just said we wanted to be able to give, a vibrant blue energy aura flares up around their body, causing dust particles. So it's actually preferring or starting image itself and pushing the AI to say, let's just focus on what was given. Let's not hallucinate and create anything else. And then just focus on the actual animation that's actually happening. So great question. So what you're doing is you're forcing the AI to ground itself and not hallucinate. So that's what you're really doing. Huh? Love that question, AI Johnny.
Run that video one more time with the sound. I want to see it one more time.
All right. It sounds like you're in love with anime now, AI Johnny. I love it. Let me go ahead and turn on the sound.
Jesus. Man, that hair movement is clean.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's check in with our people that are streaming in and zooming in. Raise your hand right now if you want us to intensify the movement and add a crazy background element or something like that. I see some hands flying up. Let's take a suggestion.
All right.
Here's one. Gamer Girl says, let's make the ground crack open beneath her feet.
Interesting. This one's going to be a really interesting and hard one. And the reason why I like the challenge is because we don't even know what her feet looks like. So guys, let's point out what this request is. They want us to actually take this starting reference image, which doesn't have her feet, doesn't have what the floor looks like, and it now needs to figure out all of those details, what happens. So check this out, guys. We're going to say, causing the floor to crack open beneath their feet. All right. I'm guessing we're going to keep the same thing here. So let's do that. All right. Ready, yeah, Johnny?
Ready.
Hopefully I got that prompt right. So here's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we are going to get the image itself, and it's going to actually now try to figure out, okay, it understands something happening beneath her feet. There is no feet for this anime character that we created. So now it has to now figure out what the feet looks like. So what's going to happen is it's going to try to come up, and it's going to show maybe the camera backing up, or it may even start with the whole entire body. So AI Johnny, I can't wait to see what these two videos come back with.
Because it seems like it's got, well, I mean, if it were humans doing this, it would certainly take more time, because now they got to draw a whole new picture to zoom out. So is this going to take longer than if I didn't say show the feet?
No, it's not going to take longer. It's take almost the exact same time. Look at that. Let's actually make this much bigger. Now that is cool. Now that's just one version. Let's look at the next version that actually came back. So that one, cheated a little bit. It didn't show her feet, but it kind of showed some boards and stuff breaking up. So yeah, that is actually one example, yeah, Johnny. So I definitely do prefer this one better. It did a really good job of actually backing up, showing the feet and the ground cracking under her feet. And sometimes AI will be able to do that.
What opens up for me is not so much the ground, but the possibilities. Right? We just came up with something like, let's open up the ground and have it crack beneath them. And they gave us a couple of really great examples that look very professional. But you could have said, let's like a meteor hit. You could have said, let's have, bow and arrow people come and shoot bow and arrows at them. You could have said, let it go from day to night. You could have said, bring wind by. You could have said, send a tsunami by. You could have said, let's get the amount of things that you can do with this is limitless. And all you have to do is exercise your mind. You don't have to have finger dexterity or hand-eye coordination or the ability to draw or measure colors. It will do all that for you. You just have to have the ability to eloquate what you want in the narrative of the prompt window.
Love it, AI
That's
Johnny.
movie making in 2026.
Love it, AI Johnny. Let's actually get to the ethical thought and the fun takeaways, AI Johnny.
All right. Well, like every day, we introduce tools that are powerful. Where there's great power, there's great responsibility, and so we always have an ethical thought of the day. So let's look at the Airhead code, and Airhead is honest because TTV. And what is this? What is this? L2V? Is that a different thing?
Image to video, ITV, word of the day.
Okay. Tools make it incredibly easy to animate any picture. We have the power to make digital characters do almost anything. So never use this technology to take a real photo of a classmate, a friend, or creator and force them into embarrassing, dangerous, or deceptive video sequences without their explicit permission. We use AI to build truth and create amazing art, never to harm or weaponize or deceive. Huge ethical point. You want me to read it again?
I wish we had time, AI Johnny. But big facts, AI Johnny. So love that. So let's make sure we're always actually using the tech powers to uplift the community. So for my younger campers out there, what can you actually do with this technology? So ages 10 to 13, it might be, if you're actually even brave and you want to go a little bit younger, here are two fun ways you can actually immediately deploy today's lesson. So first, generate a cool custom character drawing with Nana Banana 2, run it through Flow's template, and generate a original animated profile loop of your gaming channels. So second, you may want to animate custom background scenes to make a moving greeting cards for your family. So that's actually pretty cool.
If you're a little bit older, if you're 14 to 18, you can leverage this for real world projects. First, you can use today's lessons to build dynamic animated video loops to level up your school presentations and tech portfolios. And also, if you're an aspiring game developer, you can use these image to video action clips to create cinematic storyboards and pitch trailers to showcase your game concept to development teams. Think about that.
Exactly.
You can do it in less than 5 minutes.
Less than 5 minutes, AI Johnny. All right, AI Johnny, what about the news?
Fun news today. Google DeepMind drops Video FX upgrades. Google just rolled out massive updates to its experimental video generation pipelines, allowing creators to maintain perfect character tracking across extended action sequences using advanced text prompts. Runway, another company in the game, Gen 3, launches advanced vector controls. Runway announced a brand new system that allows indie filmmakers to map precise camera paths directly over a starting frame before generating the clip, offering studio-grade cinematic accuracy. Stephen King, eat your heart out. And Anime Studio integrates instant AI keyframes. A major animation house in Japan revealed that they are testing closed sandbox I2V systems to automate the tedious work of drawing middle frames, allowing artists to turn concept sketches into moving scenes instantly, which is much faster than the grueling way that humans do it. Junior, we've got a lot going on here. Do you have anything to say about any of these three news stories?
No, you know what? This is the world we live in, and AI Johnny. There's like I know it's actually the news segment, but I want to drop a new term. And believe it or not, what's so funny? Me saying this actually might even sound crazy. So the term prompt engineering is really, really, really popular. It was really, really huge back in the day when we actually came to the infrastructure, and now there's actually a new term because agents is the new thing. So prompt engineering may be good and all, but believe it or not, prompt engineering might actually be dead. So what's actually the new term is now harness engineering, right? So to be able to piece all these things together to create a new workflow. So just wanted to break that little news here that you guys are going to probably hear it here first, and probably going to hear it in the next few months as it's going to be the next thing. So if you're going to study engineering and want to be a prompt engineer, harness engineering is the way of the actual future. So that's what's going to be built on top of these LLMs, which we always knew that LLMs were just going to be like electricity or water. I again don't want to disregard the importance of water electricity, but nobody cares really about the electricity that goes through the pipes. What happens is when you flick that light switch on, what happens? What's the amazing thing that happens? Does my computer turn on and I can do work? Does the actual, jets flow out of the bubbles and those type of thing in the pool? So the thing that's built on top of it is important, and we're actually finally seeing it materialize, called harness engineering. So check it out, guys. All right, yeah, Johnny.
Junior, I'm hearing the term harness engineering for the very first time live on the show.
Yep.
And does that mean I have to give up my prompt engineering talk track? People used to talk to me about it all the time about how AI is going to take all the jobs away, and I was like, yeah, it'll take all the old jobs away, but we're going to need about 6 billion prompt engineers, so fill into those jobs. Now I won't be able to say that anymore because prompt engineering is gone before I even had a chance to sell it.
Yeah, Johnny. That's the way. So I want you guys hearing it here first on the show at Airhead Institute. That's the water cooler talk. If you guys are actually interested, so go ahead and actually spread the word. So look for harness engineers. All right, yeah, Johnny.
Well, my mind is buzzing after seeing all this cool animation. I'm literally going to go cook with this after the show. No cap. I'm going to generate an entire sequence of anime warrior sprinting across a neon glowing cyberpunk rooftop. Does that sound like me?
That's definitely you, yeah, Johnny.
Listen up, crew. Today was just one of our movie matrix. Tomorrow we're taking control of the virtual camera. Physics. We're talking about learning how to inject dynamic pans, tilts, and zoom mechanics directly into your prompts to give your slots absolute cinematic weight. It's going to be a massive W, you bet. If you don't understand those terms, you will by the end of the show tomorrow. Junior, there's a lot more to share. Take it away.
Definitely. It's going to be an epic session tomorrow, AI Johnny. But before we cut the public stream, just a quick reminder for all our viewers watching online. Our weekly summer camp blocks are filling up fast, but space is available. If you love creating digital art and you missed it last week, remember we're running another version of that in week 6. So that will be for Disney and Marvel themes. So even though we're doing the videos today, we actually have another image session coming up in case you actually need to, and you learn all about the cool stuff we did in week 1 again, and get your hands-on version to learn about diffusion models and all those cool things. So tell your parents to pick up that multi-week pass so you can actually get access to all the actual weeks in the summer camp. So if you miss this morning's session, don't sweat it. Replays are available on YouTube for a limited time to help you practice your prompting workflows. All right, AI Johnny, it's actually 12:47. We're gonna actually cut and head over to the one-on-one now. Thank you guys for joining. Later.
See you at the Telly Lab.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome to Season 13 and 14 of Airhead Institute. This is our 2-hour summer camp kicking off every day at noon Eastern. Right now, we are broadcasting the kickoff live across all the socials and Zoom. But at 12:45 p.m., we pivot. That's when we transition into an exclusive private lesson where our campers get hands-on experience actually building and creating with these AI tools. Plus, they'll be proving their new skills and earning official certifications by completing our certification exams. Here is what we are building over our epic 9-week summer lineup. Week 1, AI images for Roblox and Minecraft. Week 2, AI movies in Anime Studio. Week 3, AI music for TikTok sounds and Spotify hits. Week 4, AI games for classic arcade games. Week 5, AI ethics, hackers, deepfakes, and scams. Week 6, AI images for Disney and Marvel. Week 7, AI movies, Hollywood in your pocket. Week 8, AI music for hip-hop beats and gaming soundtracks. Week 9, AI games for phone and app store games. We're making AI practical, powerful, and fun for everyone. No tech background, no problem. Whether you're a kid ready to build awesome projects or an adult looking to audit a class and learn, just show up. Spots are still open. It's just $100 per week, or you can unlock the whole summer for $500. Secure your spot right now at www.airheadinstitute.ai. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. Let's stop scrolling and start creating. Welcome to camp.